Hey guys, this is Slammer from GamingDrunk.com, and this is going to be a video just helping out people that want to record gameplay from their PS4. Sony kind of made it a little bit tougher this year, at least in my opinion, to record both gameplay, audio, your voice, and also if you are in a party. Now, if you don't want to record your chat, your party chat, it's actually quite simple, and this video is not really for you. But this is more for the people that want to record everybody. So they have their party chat, they want to record their gameplay at a pretty decent rate, and then this is the highest I can go, 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames per second. And, you know, everything just kind of worked. So here it is. I'm going to get started here and show you the first component you're going to need. And also one more thing, all the links are going to be below to, because I purchased everything on Amazon. Full disclosure, they do have my link in them, but hey, you know, I'm trying to give you guys information. If you can hit me up by just buying the item, it's not like I'm making a big amount of money. Just, you know, it has my tag in it, so I just want to tell you that while you're clicking this. So if you don't want to support me, that's fine. Just don't click it. Just get the information from the video and then just copy and paste and search. Now remember, I'm just keeping this to the PS4, so the first thing you're going to need is PS4. Second thing I'm using is an Elgato HD60. The reason is that it works really well with the PS4. 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second, very easily. Better color reproduction than the old Game Capture HD that works for the PS3. And the great part of it is the audio in works really well. And that's important for this setup because you're going to be using that 3.5mm jack for getting your audio from the PS4. So it's expensive, yeah, 150, 160. Sometimes you can see it on sale on Amazon and other places, but this is what I'm using and it works great for me. Also, for those with the old version, the Game Capture HD, Elgato has fixed a major issue with OBS, Open Broadcaster. It had a huge delay problem with the audio and stuff, and it made really casting with it in that it was just horrible. The delay is very minuscule now, and it's really, they did a better job. Like everything with the color reproduction to the delay, it just works better for me. But that's my review so far of it. So just putting that out there for people that actually already owned the old one and thought it sucked because you can't cast really well with it or it's a pain in the ass. So the next thing that you're going to need is the headset adapter. This is going to plug into your PS4. If you look on the bottom of your PS4 controller, there's a 3.5mm jack. Well, that actually takes an input of both your, it's like a 4-position, I believe. It does both the audio out and also mic in. So that's what you're going to be utilizing to do this kind of hack job to get all the audio. So I recommend the StarTech headset adapter. Right now it's going for $6. It just works really well. It's pretty lightweight. The cables are really good. Good audio reproduction. I'm not getting any crap from it. The only time you might get a little bit of a hiss if you're actually powering it with something other than the PS4. I noticed that if I'm trying to charge my PS4 controller with my computer, it does a weird buzzing sound. But if you're not charging it or you're charging it with the PS4, it does fine. You get no buzzing, no nothing. So yeah, you're going to need this, and that's going to give you an output of both a female 3.5 for stereo and a female 3.5mm for your mic. So that's really important. So now you're splitting that audio up into both the chat for you to chat with the people in the party, and also the audio to send to your Elgato and also to your headphones. And also another caveat, you're going to need headphones with a mic and a stereo or audio cord cable. It only works with that. Unfortunately, I even have the same problem. I have an Astro headset and I can't use it with the PS4 record with the chat, which kind of sucks, but it's still, I have a good one that I paid $20 on. I think it was like on meh.com, Mediocre Industries. So it was a good deal, and now I'm using it, so it's awesome. But anyways, next is a 3.5mm splitter. So right now you're seeing that it has a 3.5mm male, and that splits it into 2 females. The reason is you're going to do this is that one's going to go to the headset, like I mentioned before, and then also one's going to go to your Elgato, the audio input on your HD60. So I'm using the plug lug 3.5 just because the cables are a little bit more thicker. Because these things are going to be moving. You're going to be moving your head. You're going to be moving the controller. So I wanted some cables that are going to last for a bit. You could choose other ones, but this is the ones I'm using. The price went up a little bit. It used to be cheaper. It used to be around $6. It's at $10 right now. So maybe keep an eye on that or look for some other cables. But all you need is some kind of really good 3.5 millimeter splitter to 2 females. So a male to 2 females. So now we're splitting, as the previous step is splitting the audio. So it's taking that audio output from your PS4 controller. It's taking that and it's splitting that up into 2 3.5 millimeter females. This is a 3.5 millimeter just male to male that you're going to take and plug into there, and you're going to plug into your HD60 input, and that's it. That's going to give you the audio from both your party chat and also the game to your Elgato HD60. That's it. Your mic, your headset's going to plug into the other female that you're splitting from the audio out, and then your mic is going to actually plug into the unsplit mic in from your PS4 controller, because you don't need to split that. That's just going to the PS4 chat. You don't need to split that to your computer or anything else. You could. I don't recommend that because that's just another wire setup that you don't need. I prefer not using that, and that's what I'm getting to in the next step. I prefer using a little bit better quality mic, and it's a little bit more pricey. You can do another split, but that's up to you. And here comes the last part. This is going to be plugging into your actual computer. This is going to record your voice. So you have the party chat going into your Elgato HD60, but right now it's not capturing your actual voice. There's a problem, because that's not going to make sense when you're trying to stream and you're trying to do YouTube videos, whatever you're trying to do with your PS4. So this is what I use. I know it's the cheaper version of the Yeti mics, but it works for me. They're really normally on sale for really cheap, or they go cheap, then they go to normal price. So keep an eye on it. It works great, and you want to set it to 1, because you're going to be just talking to it. You're not doing it. Don't activate the other settings or cardioids or whatever they're called. But it's an awesome mic too for other reasons. You can use it for like music and other stuff too, because it has great features, and that's what I'm using right now to talk to you. It's probably not the best quality because I'm typing in front of you too, but I love it. It just works for me. The only thing that sucks about it, and I'll be 100%, I don't understand why they just didn't put this feature in. There's no on-off. So you're going to have to use something else to actually stop your voice. So like in case you need to do something or you got a phone call, it sucks because you can't just like flip the switch on your mic to have it stop recording. That's the only caveat that kind of sucks about the Blue Yeti Snowball. Blue Yeti. Yeah, it's one of those. I don't know. But yeah, I love it. So, yep. I forgot about this. Sorry about that. Optional extra pop filter. This attaches to your Blue Yeti to kind of help with the hard P's and stuff. I have a problem with that personally. Look at this, I'm using all these P words. I'm using it right now. It's just an optional extra. It kind of helps that issue a bit. It's not perfect. Wow, all these P's. But it's cheap enough, $5 to $7, somewhere around there, shipped. And it can help with your audio quality a bit. But that's completely optional extra. In case you want to know, this is my headset, the Plantronics Gamecom. I don't think it's this version. This is a newer version. But you see what I mean? It has the 2 cables, so one's for the mic, one's for the audio. So that's what I mean, that you're going to have to use something like this to actually use with your PS4 audio. So once you get your HD60 plugged in via USB, you're going to want to go with the settings. And here's the settings for the HD60. As you can see, it says PlayStation 4. HDMI input, because there's only an HDMI input, and I have it set to HD 1080p with 60 frames per second. The most important thing about this screen, though, is the checkbox next to with analog audio. Please have that set, because that's where it's going to be plugged into the HD60. If you don't have that set, it's going to try and grab the audio from the HDMI, and that's going to be a bad time. You don't want to do that. So just make sure that's checked and hit OK, and you should be good. So now we're going to deal with the PS4 settings. So here we are with the PS4 on. I'm now going to plug the cable in. You're going to see what happens. All the way in, make sure it clicks, because there's 4 of them, not 3. and it should come up, but it didn't because it was already plugged in, so it's probably going to not show it. But it's going to show it saying that all your audio is now going to your controller, blah, blah, blah. But just to make sure, you go to Settings, and you go to, let me see if I can find it the first time. You would think sound screen, but you're wrong. Devices, and you're going to do Audio Devices. And as you can see, headset connect to controller, output device headset connect to controller. That means everything's here going to the controller itself with everything plugged in. I have it all the way up because I have on my headset, I can control the volume. You can also adjust your microphone level, which is smart because I think mine was too loud last night, but I don't care. Can I go back? Thank you. And then you have, this is very important, output to headphones. You have two options, just the chat or all audio. In this case, you want all audio because you want to record all audio. So make sure that's selected, and that's it for your PS4. Once it's selected, everything's going to be going to your headset and also to your Elgato HD. So here is some crappy pictures of the setup. So here is just the controller, and as you can see, there's the initial StarTech or whatever the hell it's called, plugging into the PS4 controller into the bottom, and that's going to give you the audio out and mic in. And the last image that I'm going to show you to bother with, because the rest is kind of straightforward, you have that 3.5 millimeter male to two 3.5 millimeter females. That's going into the audio out. So it's going from the PS4, that's getting split into the audio out, the mic in. You take that audio out, you split that again to two 3.5 millimeter female outs. So now you have two audio outs, one mic in. That's what you want. The mic in, you connect to your headset. The audio out, you connect to your headset for one of them. And the other one you set to use that other 3.5 millimeter male to male. You connect that to your Elgato HD60 input and use the settings from before, and you are golden. You are now recording the party chat and your game audio, and you have a mic in, so you're talking to your party. You have your mic in front of you, your USB stand mic or whatever mic you have connected to your computer. So you have that audio for yourself, and that's it. You are now done. I hope you kind of got some information from this. Sorry it was long-winded, but I try and be kind of thorough to a fault. So, again, thanks for watching. If you can support me, just click the links below, and you'll use exactly my setup, which works. I've tried it out. It works great. The only things, the caveats is, one, the Blue Yeti mic can't turn off. You have to use your actual capture software to turn off the mic, so in case you need to do something. Or like right now, I have a cat behind me screaming his lungs out for no reason. Two, I hope you're not hearing that. Two, you have a problem where certain headsets will only pick it up in stereo. I think most of them will. I think I'm getting stereo myself, so you lose that kind of audio fidelity that you want 5.1. Sorry, it's just not going to work, I guess, is the best way I could put it. But other than that, it's good. So yeah, again, thanks for watching.